Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you just a simple drill that just shows you that you can play tennis in a non-artificial way. So the artificial way would be thinking what kind of movement I have to do to make the ball go the way I want the ball to go. But actually we can just play the ball, we don't have to think about movements, we play the ball. So in a simple exercise, when we just pass the ball one to another, you will see that we simply play the ball, we don't think about technique, and we will then apply this same logic to playing tennis when we hold the racket. So it goes like this. I'm just gonna pass the ball with my friend Simona up and down, and I'll explain more what I'm doing. So now when I'm throwing the ball, I have in my mind just two things, and that is direction, there, I know where, and I have height. So obviously I want to throw above the net, and I can even choose height. I can throw the ball higher or lower. But if you do this drill, you will realize that you have height in your mind almost unconsciously, but you have height. But oftentimes when you play tennis, you don't have height, you just have direction, there, there, there. So it's very important to have height in your mind, and it's not that difficult as it sounds, because when you're doing an exercise like this, it's very natural, it's very obvious. And the third thing I can add is to make the ball rotate. So I can rotate the ball like this, or I can rotate the ball like this, or I can rotate the ball like this. And as you can see, I'm just thinking what to do with the ball. I'm not thinking what kind of technique I have to do to produce this on the ball. Basically, I just want the ball to behave in a certain way, and obviously my body does something. So that is the most natural way to play tennis. So it's not artificial. It's not, you don't have like going through technique to produce something. You actually just have the ball, and you want the ball to go and fly in a certain way. And so I really suggest that you do this drill like for a minute to realize what you're doing, what's in your mind. So you have, one more time, you have direction, you have height, and you can also choose to rotate the ball in any way you want. Rotate like this, or you can even throw the ball like this and you rotate the ball. And so we will apply this now to the racket. So now when you start playing tennis, and I really recommend you do this as soon as you get back to the baseline, or if you start on the baseline, I really recommend that you don't start thinking immediately about technique. So first just try to play the ball. So your objective is direction and height. So when you start rallying, you simply play a very simple tennis. So it's really a good idea also to start rallying quite high, so that you're really aware of the height. Don't start playing immediately low above the net. Just start rallying gently, no acceleration, just gently high above the net. And then eventually you will lower the ball, and you can also add some rotation. So now when I'm playing, I simply think direction, height, and rotate the ball. I have no awareness of my technique or anything else. And that's the most natural way of playing tennis. In the same way as when you're throwing the ball, you're not thinking about technique. should you bend your elbow or anything like that. So you just want the ball to go in a certain way, and you allow your body to adapt. And it's the same with tennis. You just send the ball, direction, height, spin, and allow your body through many repetitions to adapt to what you're trying to do.